In this month's Riff of the Month, we're going to learn that oh so fresh feeling cascading tapping thingy. So this riff is another one of those things that probably sounds a lot more complex than it is. I like to do things that are simple to learn and based on things that you might have learned more as a beginner or intermediate player, and just expound on them a little bit so that they sound a lot cooler than your average riff, but they're not that much harder to learn. In this case, we're just going to be tapping in the A pentatonic minor scale, and I'm going to tap my way up with my right hand through the 12th fret only. I'm not moving it around or doing anything complex with it. So it's pretty easy to learn, and the whole thing is portable to whatever pentatonic minor you're in. And I'll talk about at the end how you can move around your right hand a little bit to make it more complex once you've got the basics of it down. But I think I've done enough babbling now. Let's actually talk about the notes. Okay, so this riff starts by hammering on the 8th fret with the left hand, the note C on the first string, and then tapping to the 12th. Back to the 8th. To the 5th. So it's just the basic pentatonic minor adding the 12th. And I do have to babble a little bit more just to mention that I've got a PDF to all the tabs below, which I do with all my licks and riffs of the month and that type of thing. Sometimes I'll scroll them across the string, but this one's kind of long, so it's just in the description and you can check out the tab if you want. So again, you're hammering to the 8th fret, then tapping the 12th, releasing back to the 8th, and then to the 5th fret, the basic pentatonic minor with a 12th fret added. These are all 16th notes, so it's a pattern of 4 notes per string. Then I repeat the same thing on the B string, 8, 12, 8, 5. So now I've got 8 of the 16th notes that you need in a measure. And I'm going to go down for the next 4, 7, 12, 7, 5, and then the last 4, 7, 12, 7, 5. So that's an entire measure of 16th notes. And now I start the whole thing again on the next measure, but I go back up to the 2nd string instead of all the way up to the 1st string again, which is how we're getting that cascading feeling. And I'm going 8, 12, 8, 5, 7, 12, 7, 5, 7, 12, 7, 5, and then on the 5th string, 7, 12, 7, 5. So now I've got 2 measures of notes. And then the last group of 16th notes in the cascade starts on the 3rd string, as you could suspect based on the pattern now. 7, 12, 7, 5, 7, 12, 7, 5, 7, 12, 7, 5, and now 8, 12, 8, 5. And then the last thing I do is build my way back up with 16th notes, just straight tapping, ascending through the pentatonic minor and adding that 12th. So it's 5, 8, 12, 5, 7, 12, 5, 7, 12. Kind of muted that one there. 5, 7, 12, 5, 8, 12. And then where I'm at right there is 15 of the 16th notes. So I pull back off to the 8th, and then the downbeat of the next measure is the whole note A, the 10th fret. So you can see when you're doing that ascending type pattern, and even on the cascading part, it can get kind of noisy. And I actually had to record it a couple of times when I did it to get a nice clean version of it. But it's definitely something that you can learn to keep control of with accuracy with your fingers and not have like one of those things wrapped around the strings just to make it sound like it's clean. So the whole thing, again, one more time, just quickly. One group of notes there, then the next group, and then the last group, and then work your way up. And that's the whole riff. It's very simple, again, very portable, very easy on the right hand. You can expound on this once you want to start doing something even more complex. I like to use like mixed slides in with it. So maybe on the 2nd string, I'm going to do a slide. That kind of thing. And you can mix in just more variants through the scale with your right hand, or not stick to just pentatonics with your left hand. There's a million ways you can go with this, but it starts pretty simple and sounds cool in its simplest form and allows you to expound on it as you get more used to it and as you become more advanced as a player as well. So if you come up with any cool ideas for it or any of your own types of things, certainly share them below. I always want to see what other guitar players are doing, guys watching this channel are getting from what I'm doing. And until next time, guys, Keep making great music. Hey friends, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. It makes the whole world better.